This is the Functional Vision Assessment Kit for Scott Ingram. I'd like to show you a few things that I have in my kit that I've used and think may be very helpful and beneficial to many people. The first thing that I have in my kit is a pen light. This pen light can be used for corneal reflex assessments or simple things and tasks such as tracking or fixation on an object, on a wall, that type thing, which that is very helpful and beneficial. The next thing I have in my kit are a couple magnifying glasses. As you can see here, two different sizes. One, of course, is a really small one, but it has a good magnification for its size, as this shows right here. It magnifies it a great deal, and this could be really beneficial to a lot of people, whether young or old. It just simply enlarges it so they can read it better, or if it's an object, they can see it better. The next thing that I have in my kit is just your everyday ordinary crayons that kids use all the time, and these are used for near function acuity and that type thing whenever they're coloring. Just simply find the right color, keep it in the lines, that kind of thing. Next I have, as you can see here laying in front of me already, the Lee chart. I believe that's pronounced Lee. It is for near vision, which tests at a distance of 13 inches or at arm's length for many people. I, of course, keep that in my kit and use that quite frequently. Also, I have flashcards. These flashcards, as you can see, they're made by Play School. Again, you can find these just about any store. They have multiple colors, multiple shapes, and you can play games with these, simply matching colors to the shapes to the color, or something of that nature. And again, you can find these just about anywhere. They're relatively cheap. The next thing I've got, which is something that's pretty easy to play with, are foam and plastic kits that have multiple colors and shapes and sizes in it. And I'll show you right here the one that is for the plastic one. You can see a little better since I've taken it out of the package. There's 3 or 4 different sizes and colors, as you can see, and these can often be used for simple things like playing games, matching object sizes, matching colors, shapes. And again, the kids really do like this, and it is relatively something simple you can find just about anywhere. And not to mention, you can wash these because they are plastic or foam for sanitary purposes. Next, I have string and beads, which of course are, again, relatively easy to find anywhere. These strings are cotton string. I believe they're made out of cotton. And I use these big beads here, and I string the beads on the string. And this is for attaching the colored beads. This is good for color identification, fine motor skills, eye-hand coordination, several different things like that. So it's not just good for the vision part of it. Another thing that I have is a giant blue squishy ball, which I found, again, at just a store somewhere. I don't remember exactly which store. That I actually use this for finding the peripheral vision. And again, this right here can be used for eye-hand coordination. You can play games with it, tossing it back and forth to one another. They might be able to see it when it's flashing, and not to mention, it's pretty addictive to play with because it feels really good. Another thing that I've got is colored modeling clay. As you can see here, there's 12 sticks in this package that I've got here. And I use this for simple tasks such as their color assessment, just simply by, hey, pick me out the orange one or the pink one, and if they can pick it out, then I'll let them play with it for a few minutes. Not to mention, this right here is also good for building their fine motor skills, because a lot of kids have low muscle tone in their hands, and this builds that up as well when they're playing with it. So that's good in multiple areas also. Another thing that I've got are multiple colored, shaped, and sized buttons, which are good for many different uses. You can string these up with the string I showed a moment ago, or you can match the colors, match the sizes. Just any kind of matching game would be great with these. Another thing that I have are magnetic letters. As you can see in this bag, they're, again, primary colors. They, like I said a second ago, they have magnets on the back of those, and you can use these on most dry erase boards because they're magnetic. You can stick them on, of course, your refrigerators, and I've often used in the past something like a very small cookie sheet to carry with me. Of course, I don't have one in my kit. It's the one I've got is too large, but I carry a smaller one with me at times, and I just play games with it with the kids and ask them to spell me a word with these letters. Multiple things you can do with that, you know, or you could tell them, hey, pick me out the yellow K, or what color is the K, what color is the M in these, or the E. Many multiple uses for that as well. Another thing is, as you can see here, a primary writing tablet, and the bold lines on this is great for accurate letter placement, and it's also good for optimal pencil control. And again, these things are relatively easily accessible to anybody. They're cheap. I bought this one, maybe paid $1 for it somewhere, I'm not sure. Very beneficial to young students also. And finally, the other thing I've got in my kit, which I don't keep it in my kit per se, but I do carry it with me, is my tablet. And it's touchscreen, as you can see here. And what I use this for is I actually have a couple of tests on here that test for color blindness or acuity. And it's an advanced vision test. It's an app that I downloaded, and yes, it was free. However, there are multiple apps available in the app stores, but some of those do cost. Some of them are free. This one, like I said, it was free. There's a vision acuity test on here. I'll demonstrate real quickly here. It asks you to choose a letter. I'll choose Z because that's what it was. Now this one, I'm going to fluff it just a little bit. I'm going to pick C. I'll show you what the end results are just in a minute when I choose different letters. I'll choose H for that one. Now it's processing my results, and it shows you your vision acuity. This one is at 2200, and it shows you the summary of the questions asked to you by the advanced vision test, and it gives you your answers right here next to it. And again, very beneficial, and it's large. Back to the beginning. Colorblind test. Now this one is really neat. It asks you the color number in the color. I'll choose 16, and again, I'm going to randomly pick these just to show you what it turns out your results will be. I think this one is a 5. I'll choose 1. I think there's many on this one. That's 42. I'll choose 42 on this one. This one is 7. I will choose 15. This one is 29. I'll choose 62. I think there's several on this, so it may take a moment. 6. I'll choose 6. This one says 57. I'll choose 57. That one, I think, hopefully this is the final one. That's 10. I'll choose 10. Processing. Now it's going to show me my results. And according to this, it says the advanced vision test, sorry, based on your answers, you may suffer from color vision deficiency. And again, there's below this is, you just scroll up and it shows you the questions that was given to you and your answers. Let's go back out to the main menu, go back all the way to the beginning screen. Another app that I've downloaded that I really do like is the Quick Office Pro, which this is something I use quite often, where I can make my own documents, things where I can track my students' behaviors, their goals on their IEPs, and make up several different kinds of forms for tracking purposes or monitoring. And this is on a spreadsheet, and I can also use this to open up a Word document or create a new Word document also. Right there it is. And there we go. Tap on the screen and you have a virtual keyboard that comes up. You can use your fingers just to tap on the screen to type in whatever you want. And I'll just type in some letters. They're hard to see, but they're on there. And I'll go back out to the main screen. But you can use this, especially for the teachers, to track many different things for their kids and for themselves. And finally, I want to show you one other thing. Is the browser on this. For the internet, you don't have to have the internet, obviously, but it's always helpful. But what I want to focus on right here is the simple fact that it has a pinch and zoom feature on most tablets and iPhones or iPads. This is a Motorola Zoom, and what you do, you just simply touch the screen and pinch it in or out like so, and it will enlarge the reading, the pictures, the letters, whatever you're looking at, to the appropriate size to where whoever's viewing it will be able to see a little bit better. And again, many of these apps are free, and you can also find a lot of your friends that have these same things maybe and share those with others. This is a lot of the things I have in my kit, and I was glad I was able to share these with you, and I really hope that you can get some use out of these yourself, and otherwise, good luck to you. Thanks.